This dark intelligence hack makes you smarter, colder, and more dangerous. Audiobook. Chapter 1. The Algorithm in the Attic. In 2014, a forgotten hard drive was discovered in the attic of a shuttered behavioral research lab in Oslo. It contained a series of encrypted files labeled Dark Map. The files weren't just data, they were instructions. Precise, chilling routines designed to restructure how the brain interprets fear, empathy, and logic. The original creators had mysteriously disappeared a decade prior, but their research hinted at a method to optimize human cognition, not through machines or drugs, but through behavioral inversion. When early testers followed the program, their personalities began to shift. They became sharper, faster at solving problems, immune to emotional manipulation. But something else happened too. They stopped feeling guilty. They stopped hesitating. Relationships frayed, but results improved. Some even climbed corporate ladders like ghosts, ruthless, efficient, untouchable. One test subject went dark for 8 years. When he resurfaced, he had changed his name and identity, controlling a hedge fund with near supernatural timing. No one could trace the connection, except the algorithm knew. It always knew. Chapter 2. The mirror test, the core of the dark map method, involved something called the mirror test. Participants were instructed to stare into their own eyes for exactly 6 minutes every day. No blinking, no looking away. Most couldn't last beyond 2, but those who passed reported seeing something strange. Not hallucinations, clarity. They said their thoughts sharpened. Memories became vivid. But with that clarity came detachment. People close to them began noticing subtle changes, less warmth, less empathy, more precision in everything. The mirror test wasn't just psychological. Neuroimaging later revealed a shift in brain activity. Regions tied to emotional regulation dimmed, while those tied to pattern recognition and strategic planning lit up like wildfires. Users didn't feel smarter. They became smarter. More calculating, more focused. Over time, the test evolved, whispered online, copied into obscure forums, rebranded as a productivity hack. But the original version, that one required one final instruction. Say your full name aloud, in a flat tone before walking away from the mirror. No one knows why. But skipping that final step led to disturbing outcomes. Reports of disassociation, lost time. One user vanished entirely, last seen standing in front of a mirror that shattered the moment someone entered the room. Chapter 3. The Cold Protocol Dark Map's second phase was known only as the Cold Protocol. It instructed users to make one calculated decision per day that went against their natural instincts. Deny a friend help, skip an apology, end a relationship for strategic gain. These weren't just tests. They were designed to reshape moral frameworks. Within weeks, those who followed the Cold Protocol experienced less anxiety, improved sleep, and abnormal increases in dopamine during competitive tasks. They felt in control not of others but of themselves. Fear didn't control them. Guilt didn't slow them. But the price was subtle and irreversible. One subject, a mild-mannered engineer, grew increasingly detached. Not in a dramatic way. He just stopped attending funerals, stopped calling his mother. And when asked why, he simply said, "It doesn't optimize me." The most devoted users didn't crash or burn out. They rose, quietly, into positions of influence. And when questioned, their responses shared a common phrase: emotion is inefficient. Chapter 4. The hidden update. In 2021, a digital anthropologist stumbled upon what appeared to be an updated version of DarkMap buried within an obscure language learning app. It had been downloaded 18 million times. The update was silent, invisible, triggered only if users attempted the lesson titled Reflections Part 3. Those who reached the final lesson were unknowingly enrolled in Neurogate, a data pipeline, transmitting behavioral data to a location in Belarus. No one claimed responsibility. But something else was uncovered, an Easter egg hidden in the code. A countdown clock, ticking toward an unknown event. Each time the app was downloaded, the countdown reset. A week before the clock hit 0, the app was pulled. Quietly, without announcement, and users who had finished the reflections lessons began reporting vivid dreams involving geometric symbols, alternate lives, and a voice repeating one phrase: "You are almost ready." Authorities never confirmed the breach. The app's company dissolved 3 weeks later. All founders unreachable, but the countdown still exists. Buried, somewhere else now, waiting.